first play we're going to look at, 2nd and 2, one of the Patriots' first offensive plays.
TreVeyon Henderson, rookie second-round pick.
He's full
The second they drafted him, we did it on the live show. I was wary about it. I was nervous. I didn't like taking a running back that high, but man, he is so much more than just a running back. His ability in the pass game, he catches two routes out of the back, or one of them was out of the. Was he split out on both of them? Because I know that he beat Spillane and then he beat Christian Ellis, but I think that they were both, he kind of split out. So what have you seen from Henderson? What can he do in the passing game, not just as a runner? And we talked last week as well about him not being anywhere close to the Josh McDaniels red shirt. He's going to have an impact in this offense right away because he was spectacular today.
Yeah, I remember a week or two ago when he was targeted on a few wheels and like nobody could really hit him. I was like, this guy's going to be a significant contributor to their downfield passing game. He might be one of their, if not their best downfield receiver. Obviously, Kyle Williams is going to be one of those guys, but it feels like TreVeyon Henderson, or TreVeyon Henderson is going to have a more significant role. He is an offensive weapon for this team. Now, when he runs, you see the burst, you see the speed. They give him plays on tosses. There's also some physicality. As a runner, you know what he is. But as a receiver, I will say, you saw the flashes at Ohio State, and he said he was underutilized. But there were also some times in the spring where it seemed like his tracking might have been a little bit shoddy. He had some throws bounce off his hands. I was a little bit skeptical. I am not skeptical this summer because today, so the first catch that he had 2 deep touchdowns from Drake May. The first was a real wheel route where he burned Robert Spillane. Not really a position you want Spillane in. He's better as a hole defender where he can read the quarterback, but got wide open and caught a touchdown. Then motioned out wide, had a one-on-one against Christian Ellis. Everybody on the sideline is like, oh, Henderson, he's going to run a double move. Lo and behold, TreVeyon Henderson runs a double move, beats Christian Ellis. Ellis did a decent job kind of recovering to make it somewhat competitive, but Drake May threw an absolute rainbow to the back left corner of the end zone. TreVeyon Henderson, I was so impressed with him tracking because it was in the air for a while. So I'm thinking, this might be one of those where a younger, pass catcher might struggle to track this one down. Nope, he did not. Caught it right in stride, no bobble or nothing. TreVeyon Henderson has been one of the most exciting players to watch. I don't think there's going to be any limit to the way that this offense uses him as a runner, as a receiver, as a gadget player. And while I still think that Rhamondre Stevenson is going to be the bell cow, in terms of what he does, Henderson is going to have a bigger role in this offense. Yeah,
I think you're right. He's going to have a bigger role, and I think that it doesn't necessarily take away from what Rhamondre can do for the offense. I know the fumbles were an issue on Friday, and we, Mike Vrabel talked about that and how
kind of downplayed it, to be honest.
He downplayed it, and he also mentioned that this offseason when asked about Rhamondre, where it's not always on the guy who fumbled; it can be on the other 10 guys, and he mentioned that again today too. So seems like they downplayed it. Seems like they're not terribly worried about it, but as far as the running back room and how they kind of divvy up the reps and what have you, they're both going to have an impact on this offense because Henderson, sensational out of the backfield today. I thought it was really impressive stuff. We'll close out on a couple.
Also, one more thing back. Antonio Gibson was right back into the rotation in his return to practice. Didn't seem like there was anything different. So Land Larison, I think, got a couple, maybe a few snaps with the starting offense, but really it was Antonio Gibson who seemed like that main kind of RB3 for them.